You probably think this terrarium looks nice, peaceful, and balanced. Wrong. It has too many isopods. Yeah, this is just annoying. It also got the mystery beast. Okay, it's just a big beetle, but he's pretty cool, you'll see. Since day 1, the isopods have multiplied a lot, so I need to do something about it. I have made a 3-step plan, starting with eviction. Once wasn't enough. In a second step, I'm going to add some predators. These hopefully will eat some isopods. And the last step, you don't want to know. But first, let's go back to where it all started. Yeah, that was way too dramatic to be followed by this crappy footage. Back then, I just wasn't the pro I am today. Just kidding, I still suck. I just don't film with a potato anymore. This is where it went wrong, by the way. The first isopod. What is this footage? And I used to think this was actually good. This belongs gone. Just gone. In the next couple of years, basically, the number of isopods grew exponentially. It grew very fast. The terrarium itself was thriving. I didn't do much more than water it every 2 or 3 days. And just like that, we reached day 900. Again, way too dramatic for this crappy footage. Let's just see how bad it really is with the isopods. See all this? This is not normal soil. This is all isopod poop. Yeah, I probably should not have touched this. There are babies everywhere. Oh, look how cute. You're going to be evicted, eaten, or... But what is the problem with these isopods? Their poop is great fertilizer, the plants are doing fine, and the terrarium looks not terrible. The problem is Bob. Bob is part of a colony of ants that used to thrive in this terrarium. They used to be everywhere and had a nest in this piece of wood. They were busy all day, and I even saw them running around with eggs from time to time. But the last couple of months, I don't see them this often anymore. They moved into this other piece of wood, but their numbers are declining. And I think it is because of competition with the isopods, and the isopods are winning. But don't worry, Bob, this ends now. Like this video if you want Bob to win the war. Okay, it's not really a war, they're not really fighting, but okay, just let me. War sounds cooler. First, I want to see how many ants are left in the terrarium. I'm doing this by putting in a drop of honeydew and checking who's hungry. I don't know what it is about time lapses, but I like them a lot. Something about pressing play and just being able to lie down somewhere. It speaks to me. Look, Bob showed up. But wait for it, Bob is not alone. I hope these 2 ants are not all that are left from the colony. My 3-step plan better work. Keep watching to see if it does. You can really see her abdomen grow. When she's done, she will go back to the colony to feed the rest, and this feeding of the colony happens in a very fun process called trophallaxis. This is just a fancy word for basically puking in each other's mouth. And if you think this is bad, this process can also happen anus to mouth. Oh good god, why? My eyes. You are a very smart ant, Bob. My patrons paid for that honeydew, by the way. Bob says thank you. Oh no, a thunderstorm. Just kidding. I really got you guys there, didn't I? You probably thought it was a real thunderstorm. In my terrarium. Inside. Another time lapse, just because I like them. You can really see that this thunderstorm brings out the life, including these snails. There are a lot of them too, but they are chill. They won't be evicted, eaten, or... Oh right, the mystery beast. I'll quickly show you this before I before I start my 3-step plan. Turns out this is a darkling beetle, and I have no clue where this came from. Although this darkling beetle larvae I put in there a few months ago might have something to do with it. Nah, probably not. I guess we'll never know where this one came from. Finally time for step 1, eviction. And I found the perfect candidate for this. At first, I thought this isopod was wearing the skull of his slain enemies, but unfortunately, the reality was much less cool. This is a failed mold, and I feel like I should help him. Don't worry, I'm known for my extremely steady hands. A failed mold is never good. They can lose limbs or even die from it. The only thing I can do is help him remove it. It looks like he's a little bit more mobile, but I would feel bad to evict him. This one would never survive in the wild. He can stay. Hopefully he will make it. I collected a whole bunch of healthy isopods from the terrarium to be evicted instead. And I have only one question. How do these things ever survive in the wild? I mean, look at them. 300 million years of evolution, and this is the result. Anyway, time for the eviction. Just kidding, of course, they're not in there. This was just bait to keep you watching longer. Hey, at least I'm honest. I'm releasing them in this big pile of decomposing organic matter. It's a huge pile of dead plants. I just wanted to sound smart there. I failed. 2 more steps to go. Stay tuned to see if they help Bob and his colony to thrive again. Time to add the scary, terrifying predators. They're in there, trust me. Size doesn't matter, okay? These are centipedes, and this one looks like he has a smiley on his head. For reference, the difference between millipedes and centipedes. Millipedes are slow, chill, and cool. Centipedes are scary, fast, and stuff of nightmares. Time to put them in the terrarium, so they can eat some baby isopods. It is so tiny, I can barely see it. Yes, that's what she said. I found a victim for step 3. Don't worry, nothing bad is going to happen. Just kidding, of course. This was again just bait to keep you watching longer. Yeah, I know, I suck. But that was a great transition, wasn't it? Wait, I'll do it again. Try and spot it. Yeah, I know, perfect. Impossible to see. Anyway, 2 weeks later, I wanted to see if my 3-step plan had worked. I saw this millipede. That's a good sign, because I hadn't seen them in a long time. People always ask me, how do you get such great footage of your animals inside your terrariums? Yeah, nobody asks me that, but the answer is, sometimes I cheat. I build little sets to film them in. 95% of the time, I really film inside of the terrarium, but sometimes it's just easier to take the animals out, film them, and put them back in. Let's take a look at Bob's colony. I didn't have to look long to find him. And then I saw more ants. They were exploring the terrarium. I don't know if their numbers grew, but at least I saw them more. I brought this colony in by accident with a piece of wood, so I have never seen the queen, but the fact that there are still workers after all this time means she is in there somewhere. After 900 days, this kinda looks a little bit like it could be a small piece of the forest. Click on this video now, do it. Thank you to all patrons, members and everyone that watched, and hello to Master Splinter, the new patron. Cool name. Bye.